Y'all said Survivor 8. You didn't mention Survivor Eatin, because I'm getting eaten alive.
If I feel like you're not connecting with me, that's a you problem.
Everything she says is either blunt or bitchy.
Yeah, I don't really care for them. I'll vote them out.
This season's gonna be nuts.
Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to the island where the heat's turned up high, where the flavors are fierce and the flames never die. You better bring your A game, your spice and your sass, cause in this kitchen jungle you're cooking to last. From sweet to sour, salty to spice, each dish a battle, each meal's a dice. The fire's raging, the stove's red hot. Who's serving up victory and who's getting caught? It's Sagevivor ATE, the taste of survival, serving up the heat from breakfast to trial. You gotta outcook, outfeed, outlast, or you'll be the next dish burning up way too fast. Sagevivor. Down to the Sagevivor. Sagevivor. You're whipping up alliances like a whiskey in a bowl, serving secret recipes with the side of control. The pressure cooker's ticking, the knobs are out. Can you stand the heat or will you burn out? From sweet to sour, salty to spice, each dish a battle, each meal's a dice. The fire's raging, the stove's red hot. Who's serving up victory and who's getting caught? It's Sagevivor ATE, the taste of survival, serving up the heat from breakfast to trial. You gotta outcook, outfeed, outlast, or you'll be the next dish burning up way too fast. Will you be the chef for the season, or the plate they toss away? This food chain's ruthless and you're on the tray. It's Sagevivor ATE, the taste of survival, cooking up the heat from breakfast to trial. You gotta outcook, outfeed, outlast, or you'll be the next dish served up way too fast. Sagevivor.
Hello. Welcome back to Sagevivor. We're jumping into a new season. This is season 8, so it's all kitchen themed, all food themed, as you can tell by the season name. Everything else that I did, we're leaning into that theme pretty hard. So we're gonna see who is the best cook in the kitchen this season. I like to start off super chaotic, so of course I'm starting with risk and reward as our first challenge. And if you haven't seen Sagevivor before and this is your first time, let me explain that real quick. It's pretty much like an auction at the very first challenge of the game, except everybody has a shared amount of money that isn't found in the description of their tribe chat. So you can spend as much money as you want, but it's coming from your tribe's fund, which always causes paranoia, conflict. It gets the ball rolling really quick and kind of sets the tone for the season, and this cast loved it just as like every other cast that's played. Now, one friendly thing to note is that this is a 21 plus org, so this season, unlike any other season that we've done, only 21-year-olds or up may play. And so everybody that you're seeing is a full-grown adult, and all the crash outs that you see throughout the season, they're from full-grown adults too. So it's going to be quite fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Friendly reminder, if you have not already, smash the like button for me and consider subscribing. The better that this series does overall, the more I can turn around and reinvest into Sagevivor as a whole. So it helps not only me, this cast of Sagevivor, and future casts of Sagevivor that have yet to play. That was a lot of yapping. I think that we should have some Sagevivor royalty set the tone and get us ready for what is going to be a new era heavy base season. So let's pull out the best new era winner I know.
Hello, it's Rachel from Survivor 47. Welcome to Sagevivor. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to play your butts off. You are going to win challenges. You are going to lie to people. You're going to backstab them. You are going to ally with them. You're going to take them to the end. You're going to beat them. You are going to crush this game for $200 grand prize. This is going to be so much fun. Look, I did one ORG in 2020 online, and it was so much fun. It consumed, I don't know how long yours is going, but mine consumed like the 5 weeks, 6 weeks of my life so hard. I was literally on my phone 24 hours a day. I had a blast, and I was the fallen angel. Don't be the fallen angel, y'all, okay? Be better. Be better than I was. And I just love how this community like comes out, plays. You know, some of you probably don't actually want to play Real Survivor. Many of you probably do. And doing things like this, playing Sagevivor, is the most fun way to be a fan and get a taste of that experience, because you will still be surprised. You'll get an understanding of why when we're out there we screw up and we don't know what's going on, because it's hard. It's hard to know. And it's so much fun. You're going to have a blast. So all of you, I need you to dig deep. I need you to, swing for the fences. I'm giving a Jeff pep talk here. Why are you even playing? If you're not gonna like swing for the fences, you're not gonna go for it. If you don't wanna be a returnee on Sagevivor, you shouldn't be playing, okay? I don't want anybody just rolling over. I don't want anybody just quitting. You better not be quitting, all right? You better be committed to this. So, good luck, everyone. I hope you have the best time. I can't wait to hear who wins. Let me know, Sage. And go kick some ass.
I fucked up. I literally spent the last 4 hours gambling instead of realizing, oh wait, marooning's today. Oh, god damn it. I won $200 though, so I can't complain. And I got Dairy Queen. What's up?
Alright, for the fun things, first off, cupcake. I know it ain't a donut Casper, but we'll try next time. I'm repping my tribe right here. This color represents everything that I'm going to be running with for the rest of this game. However, let's talk about the challenge, shall we? I haven't bought anything because I'm always more of like a tribe strong player. At least at the start anyway. No. Yeah, I usually don't like getting loaded up this early because that's when my paranoia starts. If I could talk properly. I just woke up an hour ago. But yeah, we'll have to see how things go. Not looking good for us with $15 left. Hello? Someone help? Please? But yeah, there's nothing really much I can do. I could try and play defensively, and get myself something in there, but I mean, praying to them that things go smoothly here. I'm so sorry that I keep trailing off track. I'm tired, okay? And I'm once again just catching up on everything. As of trust, there are a few good people on this tribe. There are a lot actually that I've made pretty solid connections with. So I think I'm in a decent spot right now. I really hope that I am truly, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Challenge is not looking so good, but I'm hoping that the connections I made are enough for me to survive another round. Because if we're not going to tribal, this season's gonna be nuts.
Confessional 1. First impressions. Final 20. Overall, this tribe heavily slants towards the humanities field of study, and that scares me. As a very technical person, I have to work overtime to relate to these people who prefer vibe checks over calculus lessons. It's a struggle, and I still have a lot of work to do, but I'm making the most of it. Apple. I've connected with Apple the most on this tribe. We're the only two STEM majors, meaning he's the only person that I can explain the fundamentals of Six Sigma theory to without getting punched in the face. Frankly, Apple is invaluable to my sanity on this tribe, and I will be keeping Apple for as long as possible. Apple is the best. We agreed to keep our relationship on the down low to keep away prying eyes. Jason. Jason is pretty cool. We have a common interest in D&D and discussed starting a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, which would be awesome. Additionally, Jason does improv for a living, indicating that his social game will be strong. For this reason, I see considerable strategic potential in working closely with Jason. I'll keep him close, though his strong connection to Rob and Katie could cause problems later. Rob. I've spent a lot of time with Rob in VC, and we've also been flirting in DMs, so our social relationship is off to a good start. I don't know exactly where he fits into my strategic vision yet. He's very close to Jason and Katie, and that brings up a lot of questions I still need to answer. I'm still exploring our potential. Katie. Katie's husband is a friend of mine, so Katie and I got along quickly. Again, not sure where she fits into my strategic vision yet. Her connections to Rob and Jason are worth mentioning once again. She's a social player. Perhaps she's more in tune to working with me since she's married to one person like me. Katie. Katie is a mess. Where do I even start with her? She's very combative and pisses me off. She has a larger-than-life personality, and everything she says is either blunt or bitchy. We've already fought in main chat, and I suspect that will be a reoccurring theme. Nevertheless, our unique relationship presents a strategic opportunity. I predict other players will encourage discord between KD and me, and that would be bad for my game. So I've already set the stage to catch any social player leveraging the tension between me and KD. Therefore, if anyone tries to pull one over on me, I'll be one step ahead of them. Liv. Liv has promising prospects. We've established a good rapport, and she's not connected to the Jason, Katie, Rob trio, which could make her strategically valuable. I like talking to Liv. I want to see where things go. Zach. Zach exists. We have similar jobs, which is cool. We haven't done much yet, but that can always change later. Whitney. Whitney is inactive, and she's already getting targeted because of it. Her immediate survival odds don't look too promising, which is too bad because I've seen her around the community and I was looking forward to playing with her. Get your act together. Jacob. I've barely heard from the guy, but just disappointing to be honest. He doesn't strike me as that humanitarian-oriented, which would be a breath of fresh air if true. Come on, Jacob, step it up and show me your inner mathematician.
I don't know about y'all, but me, I personally found that response from me fucking hilarious. And I think it's just because of the way in which I read it or typed it in my mind. I thought, oh my god, what's that song? Oh my god, it's slipping me. Y'all know that song. Na, 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 na. I can't think of the words. What is that song? Y'all know that song. That's what I thought of when she said it. And then I said in my head, the life of a mother in the suburbs. Oh my god, that was such a ugly laugh. No, was it just me? I found that hilarious.
Hey, hoes. So, this week has been very interesting. I've kind of struggled with managing like life outside of the game and life in the game, just because like I don't know, I work in customer service, so I have to talk to people like all day, so then having to like make sure that I'm keeping up with my relationships like endgame, it's honestly been more of a struggle than I thought it was, but we're pushing through. And sorry, I just got done eating. That food smells like Chinese food and disgusting. Anyway, so I'm powering through it. I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job at managing like my social game. This week's challenge wasn't like much of a challenge. I mean, we lost. We spent the most money between the two tribes. I was like pretty busy Saturday. Went to work and then just had like some family stuff with my in-laws and my husband afterwards. Came home from that because like I don't know, I didn't really check my phone, so I had no idea we had a challenge that day. I thought that it wasn't going to start until like the following day, but I was wrong, which is normally how it goes. But anyway, so we started with $500. Somehow, like by the time I got home, which wasn't very late, we only had $200, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? So then went to bed. We still had $200 like when I went to bed, and then I woke up and there was no, Phoebe, don't eat that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so I woke up and there was like $25 left. So someone went on a little shopping spree. But whatever. It is what it is. Once we found out like that we were going to tribal, I'm awkward and I don't know. I don't do well with confrontation. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see if anybody wants to fess up. And Brian did admit that he took, excuse me. Ryan admitted that he had bought individual immunity. So, you know, that's cool. I'm glad, like, he admitted to it. I definitely respect that he chose to admit it instead of, like, lying to everyone. Which I kind of, like, had a feeling that Ryan took immunity because when him and I were talking about what, like, my opinion on how I think, like, it's better to focus more, like, on your social skills, not social skills, but, like, your social abilities, rather than buying, like, immunity that's only good for this tribal council. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a waste, and it, like, will put a target on your back. And, I don't know, Brian seemed to kind of, like, get offensive Ryan got defensive of that, sort of, but not, like, I don't know, I'm autistic, so I tend to, like, pick up on shit that other people might not pick up on. So, and mind you, this was also like just over DM. It wasn't like voice chat or anything like that. But I could still sort of like pick up on that he seemed like sort of defensive over it. So I kind of had like this weird gut feeling to begin with that Brian had like bought immunity, or at least bought something. Whether it was like immunity, idol shards, anything like that. But anyway, so I was right. Slay. But yeah, I'm just glad that Ryan fessed up to it. But he said like, yeah, that was the only thing I bought. So what that tells me is somebody else is lying, which isn't cool because I don't know. I like everybody on my tribe. Like, voting out, voting someone out, like, is definitely not going to be easy, especially because I have built relationships with, like, most of these people already. So, I really don't know. I've heard 2 different names. I've heard Swan and I've heard Faith. Which, I don't know, I like both of them, but unfortunately, in Sagevivor, you can like people, but no matter what, you still have to vote for them. So it's like a catch-22. I think that I've connected with Swan pretty well. We've talked quite a bit about like RuPaul's Drag Race and a few other things, but I don't know, with Faith, I really enjoy talking to Faith. I just think, and so, I don't know, I enjoy talking to Faith, and we also connected pretty well. Like, we have very similar interests too. But from the sounds of it, the majority of people are having a hard time connecting with Faith. So from the sounds of it, it's going to be Faith. But I could be wrong. I don't think I am though. I have a weird feeling that it's going to end up being Faith tonight. Which I don't want to say I'm okay with, but it's not me, so at least I fucking hope not. Anyway, babe, when you watch this, I'm sorry it was you. I really am. Good luck in the next org that you play. You're awesome, you're amazing. You're pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I really have for y'all. Oh, I really like Sarah and Chewy. Oh, and Jules. I loved both of them. Or, not both of them. I love all 3 of them. They're probably like, I don't know, my BFFs, I guess. Sarah and I don't know. We just instantly just like bonded. We have so much in common, and I absolutely love that. I've worked with Chewy in the past, and it's no different. Absolutely love Chewy. And we seem to like be working through like our previous relationship that we had. Well, previous like work relationship that we had. So far that's going great. Jules is currently on a journey, which good for her, queen. I really hope that she doesn't lose her vote. Because that would suck. But, I don't know, I can't wait for Jules to come back so that I can, like, catch her up on everything. And Sarah, too. I'm sure Sarah will also fill her in. But, yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Anyway. these budgets help a lot because
Hi, hello, it's me, Spawn, with a super last minute video confessional update about the entire round. I worked both Saturday and Sunday night, and I'm PST, so your girl has been lacking in the social department, but that's okay. That's all part of the game. I know I'm busy. I've made sure to tell people, like, I'm busy with work, and I think it lowers my overall social threat level. I know my name's gonna pop up. I had this happen, like, in one of the last orgs I played where, like, I was literally almost first boot, and then I ended up getting second freaking place. So, it's all part of the plan. Don't worry. If people don't trust me a whole bunch yet, if people think I'm inactive, so fucking be it. Of course, today, the day I have off, like, barely anybody chats because, like, Tribal's already decided. But we'll get to that. Let's talk about, like, who I'm vibing with and who's... oh my god, excuse me. Oh my god. I'm pulling up like the tribe list here. I would say right now my number one ally, and this is kind of unexpected. Like, the people I'm vibing with, I'm a little surprised. Jules, she's so sweet, she's so nice, and also she's fucking Australian. So that means our time zones really work out well. I'm gonna stop doing the Australian accent. Sorry, I have an Australian coworker and I watch too much Survivor Australia, so anyway, our time zones work really well together. So, like, when I get off work and I'm up and, like, ready to chat strat, she's the only one awake, so that's amazing. So she's kind of like my little, like, tight duo from the jump, just literally by the nature of, like, time zones and her being a chill person. So we're able to chat, we're able to connect. It really sucks that she got chosen for the journey here because I definitely wanted her around to really have my back and be a vote in my favor, but I think I'm still fine even without her. And now she could, like, potentially get an advantage or something from the journey, and she's my number one ally, so we love that for her. I don't love holding advantages. They stress me out. So if my allies can have advantages, amazing. Wonderful. Number two is another surprise, Sarah. She's really cool. She's really chill. I really like, I don't know, I just like her vibe. She's just nice. She's just lovely. So yeah, we're around the same age, same with Jules. But we just, like, I don't know, we vibe, and she's super sweet. She's pretty newish to Discord orgs, it seems like, so definitely gonna use that to my advantage. But yeah, I do feel like a genuine connection there, and proposed pretty early on that we could work together and have each other's back, and it seems like she's been doing that. Like, she's the main reason I'm confident I'm not going this round, is because, like, I don't think she would lie to me. I think, like, if the votes were all on me, she would let me know. She seems like that kind of person. Maybe that's a total misread and she's like a lying snake. And if she is, good for her. I love that for her. That's amazing. And then I think on my trust rankings, I put Adis number 3. But now I'm a little weary, only because Adis and I still haven't got to talk a lot. I did tell her, like, you were right off the bat someone I want to work with, blah, 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 which is all true. But I can tell, like, from conversations with others that she's, like, talking around a lot. So she's definitely, like, super social. And because of that, I think, like, she probably doesn't value me as much as I'd like. But for now, I've heard that she's had my back, said she doesn't want me to go this round. So that's why I put her at number 3. But she's been, like, having VCs with Sarah. I don't like all this. I need to catch up. I need an alliance chat. I need to VC with some of these people. God, I fucking hate VC. I don't hate VC. I like VC. It's just, like, I hate when it becomes the meta and then I have to, like, spend hours of my life on voice calls for an online Survivor game on my time off. Number 4 for me was my boy Abel. I don't know, like, he works at an Olive Garden, so we're restaurant brothers now. And he's cool, he's chill. We instantly talked about the vote. He said he wanted to have my back. Love Abel, great. Abel's an ally. So those are kind of the 4 people I really have, like, pretty strong, like, feelings about. Then we enter like the mid tier. I can't remember how I ranked them because honestly they're like interchangeable as fuck. We have Chewy. Found out he also lives around my area, so that's cool. Love to have a PST person. Definitely need to talk to him a little more because people are kind of like gravitating towards him as a veteran because I believe he played like a season or two ago, even though he's like first boot, but also people are like, oh, we don't want to give him first boot again. So Chewy kind of seems to be very central to things, so I definitely need to make sure I'm on Chewy's good side, so if push comes to shove, I can be protected. And then let's see, Kate. She's just nice. She's just nice. We talked about Drag Race. Haven't really gotten to a deeper level yet. But I'm gonna work on that because Kate seems very sweet. And then Kaden, I don't know, we've just talked about alcohol. Like, that's it. So definitely need to work more on Kaden, but like, he's so young. Like, he's not even 21 yet, so he shouldn't be talking about alcohol. Anyway, don't out Kaden. Let's see. So he seems cool. And then, so 4, 3, and then yeah, the other two are Faith and Ryan. Which Ryan would have gone home. I was like, Ada told me that before fucking Tribal, that like Ryan was gonna go home if we went to Tribal. And I was like, great. Ryan had sent me one message at the time. Thought we were gonna connect. He lives in Texas. He actually lives like pretty close to where my dad lives. But no, nothing. And then he told me today, he was like, yeah, you're probably going home. And he said he'd heard my name and that he wasn't planning to vote that way. But everyone else has told me that he was the one who pushed my name, that he and Faith are pushing my name. And Faith seems like really sweet and lovely. It's just Faith's conversation style doesn't like encourage further communication. It's not a lot of like, she sends a lot of conversation ending messages, if that makes sense. Not ones that can keep a conversation going. She doesn't ask questions back, or it's sort of just like, oh, thank you, or like, you know, kind of things like that. It's like hard for me to respond to, and now I'm like working overtime to try and like keep this conversation going. So that's the only reason. She seems perfectly lovely, but she's also probably going to go home because apparently she's close with Ryan, and people really don't like Ryan. So as y'all saw in the tribal chat. So also like y'all must be eating out there, first tribal, and there's already like a public fight. Work. Love that for the facts. Also love that for me because I'm not involved. I'm not getting involved. So where is it going? Yeah. So basically Ryan did the individual immunity, pissed everybody off. It is annoying because like he would have been an easy first boot, but now we have an easy second boot and we can get rid of someone else instead. And Ada's immediately was like, we're doing Faith, we're leaning towards Faith, Ryan is pushing you, so Faith has got to go. And then Sarah was like, yeah, Faith is pushing you to me, so Faith's got to go. Faith and Ryan made an alliance chat with me, and I don't want to be in it, and they can both go home because they're saying your name. So love that. Love Sarah. This is why we love Sarah. So, yeah, first challenge sucked. I wasn't even online, so I wasn't even able to buy anything if I even fucking wanted to. But I also wouldn't have wanted to because it's stupid. Salad Tribe is correct. They're not stupid. I was like really frustrated, like getting off work, seeing the challenge and seeing we'd lost like $300 fucking dollars. So I'm letting everybody know that like I wasn't online. I couldn't have done that shit. And like by the time I woke up, we were down to 15. So it was like, cool. Great, amazing. We're going to tribal. Awesome. So that's pretty much everything in Swan's Sagevivor world for now. Hopefully I don't go home. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Hopefully all these people aren't lying to me. If I do, then so be it. It wasn't meant for me this time. But you know, I have some faith, and once I can like flex my challenge skills, like give me like a real challenge, and I can flex my skills a little bit and be like, this is why you need me here. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's kind of my feelings on the round, on the tribe. Annoying challenge, annoying greedy tribe mates. Ryan getting individual immunity sucked, but we're making it work anyway. And that's a wrap. I can't think of anything else to say, and this is 10 minutes long.
Hey,
I just got to work. It's gonna be so slow today, and I'm just like, let me do a trust rankings video. Number 1 is Rob, because I trust me the most. Let me put this gas. Okay. No, for real. Number 1 is KT with a T. KT. I definitely trust her the most. She's the only one I've told about my safety without power. And she's great. I'm looking forward to working with her. Number 2 is KD, the king. I told them that I have an advantage. I haven't yet told them what the advantage is. I was probably gonna wait until we finally have our VC together, but definitely vibe with them and want to work with them. Number 3 could really be number 2, honestly, but it's Jason. Jason, I'm definitely talking to a lot, definitely connecting with a lot. I have not told Jason about how I have any sort of advantage, because I'm not trying to tell every single person in the entire world. I said max 2. It should only have been 1 or even 0, but like whatever. Trying to build a little trust with people. But Jason's great. I'm definitely vibing with him and want to work with him a lot. Number 4 is Zach, my designated straight guy. It's his first org. I'm kind of taking him under my wing a little bit, and I think he appreciates it, and I think he definitely wants to work with me, so loves that. Number 5 is Apple, who could also be number 4, really. I've known Apple for a while, actually. I literally cast my jury vote for him to win in a previous org recently. But this time I ain't letting him beat me. So he's going to be low in my trust rankings only because I feel like he probably knows that I'm going to try to get him out at one point. But I love Apple, and I would end up want to work with him. Number 6 is Liv. Definitely connecting with Liv. Liv could even be higher as well, but there's only so many spots. Really like her a lot. Want to work with her a lot. And yeah, so 1 through 6, like honestly, like any of them can replace and be number 1 at one point, depending on like how the swaps are happening and everything. But this is just like the initial vibes check for episode 1. Number 7 is Exy. Exy is already starting to cause a little drama between him and KD, which I'm just sitting in the background like, but he went on the journey. Let's see what he actually says about the journey. He's flirting with me a lot. I told you I'm gonna flirt right back. So yeah, he's cool though. I like him. Number 8 is Jacob, only because I feel like I haven't talked to him as much as the other people 7 on top of him. Although he told me that I'm the person that he talks to most. So if I'm putting you as the 8th highest person I'm talking to, and I'm the person you talk to most, you gotta step it up. But he seems like he wants to work with me, so cool. It's fine with me. Number 9 is Whitney. Whitney is starting to talk a little more today, but definitely still have talked to her the least of everybody. Gotta step it up, babe. But she seems cool. But I mean, if you go to tribal, I'm probably gonna sacrifice Whitney. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, seems like it's a fun group of people. I think we somehow only spent $210 for the first challenge, and that's fine. Cool. Whatever. But yeah, having a good time. I think I'm Mr. Popular so far, which is like, as long as everyone wants to work with me and doesn't think of me as like some social threat yet, cool. But come swap, I'm probably gonna chill a little bit more and just like be social with the people that I have to build new connections with and stuff like that, and maintain the connections I already have. But I'm having fun. So yeah, this is already 5 minutes, so Let me go get drunk at work. Bye.
Sage Survivor. Okay, now I've had some coffee. I can talk a little bit more about the challenge. It's not over yet, so I'm super curious to see how this goes. But yes, I think I've leaned into my villain arc now. I took the idol piece right away. I felt like it was the only one of the things out there besides buying immunity for the whole round that was tangible, like this is a good thing. And taking the immunity for the round was a bad thing too, because it's obvious it would be you, especially if we lost. So the only one that made sense to grab that wasn't like covered and like what could this be was the piece of the immunity idol. Knowing that this could come in handy later if I could find the other two, but then I got it, and what it basically does is if I don't combine it with the other two, it still cancels at least one vote. That comes in pretty handy, especially if a tie is imminent and I can cancel out a vote on myself or anyone. So it turns out it was a better deal than I thought. And now I just have to, obviously there are going to be other idle pieces hidden throughout the game, whether in challenges or hidden on the board or whatever. So now I'm 1/3 of the way to an idol. And I love the chaos it's causing. Like, people can't figure out who is buying what. When I went to bed last night, it was at 425. When I woke up this morning, it was at 290. Which leads me to believe that everyone has gone, or most everyone has gone for something. But everyone right now is adamantly denying that they did, which is obviously the point of the challenge. I'm curious to see if Rob or Zach or even Exy or a KD or Katie tell me if they went for anything. I'm going to hold on to my piece of information for a bit. I'll see how this goes if we win or lose, but I'm probably going to hold on to it for a bit just to see what happens, because I think idle stuff is always better to keep secret for now. So let's see how this turns out. I am tempted to buy one more thing. If I had a better sense of what had already been taken so that I knew I could get a second thing, I probably would buy another one at this point, because I think we're going to lose the challenge, so why not grab another item? But I don't know what's been taken. And I'm also pretty positive that at least one of the things that's covered is a disadvantage, whether it's a lose a vote or some sort of punishment. And I have a feeling it will tip off people to what you bought. Like, I think it'll be pretty obvious that you bought something based on the punishment. So I think some of these are not as cut and dry as they look. That's the vibe I'm getting already. So I'm looking very forward to how this pans out. And if we go to tribal, who will it be? Now that Exy possibly is going to exile. I guess that only really matters if we win. We send Exy. But if we don't win, it'd be interesting to see how this Exy KD feud pans out. Anyway, I think I'm going to be a villain this season. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw wrenches into the works and see what happens. So let's see what happens.
Alright, first impressions of the tribe. First of all, I apologise for looking like this. I just finished up at the gym. So I'm a little bit hot and sweaty and a little bit out of breath. I am, side note, to talk about my gym schedule. I hate cardio as passion, but I'm trying to do it. So I've been doing, like last week I was doing at the end of every session just 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. And then this week I'm going to up it to 6 every single session. So like just trying to build on that a little bit. But 6 minutes is not a long time, but for me that's a lot. So I'm like out of breath from that. But anyway, the tribe. Sarah is my girl. I love her. She's about the only person that I've just been consistently talking to, like since the marooning. She and I have been back and forth, and it's all natural flowing conversation. There's no like forcing conversation forward. So yeah, absolutely, she is my number one already. And yeah, like love her. I got really good vibes from Swan with like the 3 messages that we sent. It was just, he seemed fun, again, easy to talk to. He was only on break for like a little bit when we were in and had to go back to work. So hopefully I can get a chance to talk to him a bit more later. He said he's a night owl, which like, I love the night owls on Pacific time and the early birds on Eastern time, because that's when I get my socializing done. So yeah, keen to talk to him more. And then Chewy, like it wasn't the easiest flowing conversation, but it was pretty good. and his approach to the challenge, I'm really liking that. And if I could do his first boot last time, I would love him to get like a good chance this time, you know. And he already said that, like, he's straight up with like, oh, he's like asking everyone how they're going. He's like, everyone really likes you. And I'm like, well, of course they do, I'm awesome. But he said he wants to work with me, which I'm sure he's saying to all the girls, but yeah, I'm happy to work with him. Who else? Oh, how do you say her name? Idis? Her. She seemed really fun. Like, we were sending a lot of voice notes back and forth. She seemed like she was pretty drunk, but that's fine. Yeah, we were just having fun, talking about like cannibalism and like just random conversations, but again, very easy, naturally flowing conversations. And I do like it when people voice note, because voice notes are for people who normally like to call, and I think it's much easier to gauge where someone's at on a call, because you get that instant response, and it's much easier to tell when someone is lying to you. So if someone is going to turn on me, like, I want to be able to sense that from a call. Sorry, like, messages are coming through and I'm trying to watch the road. I shouldn't be doing this while driving, but here we are. Who else did I like? I think that's really it. Caden is like only just coming online now and being still quite sporadic with messages. There's a lot of people who it is like pulling teeth, and it's hard to get a conversation going. But yeah, just hoping to get a bit more chatting down, especially if we are going to go to this first tribal, which, I mean, I'm just hoping the other tribe is as big a spenders as we are. Now, I am someone that was a big spender. I bought the immunity piece straight off the bat, and then I was like, fuck it, what I should have done in hindsight, I should have just bought everything except individual immunity. That was the thing I was never going to buy, because everyone will know, if we go to tribal, everyone will know you bought individual immunity, and that just puts a target on you for next time. So I was never going to do that, but I wish I'd just gone down and bought every single thing straight up. So I hesitated, and so it meant that I didn't end up buying. I bought 3 things, so I spent $150, not bad. And got 2 idol pieces, so I just need to find one more, and I've got a fully fledged idol. So that's the goal, to try and, I don't know how this all works, if there's like stuff hidden in the server. I've had a quick look, haven't sat there combing through every channel. I will be doing that a little bit later. So if I can get a fully fledged idol, that'd be great. But the idol piece still will negate a vote, which can be really helpful in a swap. So it's not the worst thing. So we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't have bought individual immunity, and then like we were very quickly down to 200, which I spent half of that, so I don't really care. But then as soon as individual immunity went on sale, we lost 75 straight away. So I feel like someone went for it. And the annoying thing is we don't know what's been bought and what hasn't. So I wouldn't be surprised if individual immunity was already gone, and then someone like individual was gone, someone spent the 75, they didn't get anything for it. So yeah, look, of my 3 purchases, 2 were idol pieces, 1 was nothing. Well, it's Josiah's underwear, which I love you, buddy, but you can keep that. Yeah, sorry, rambling, a little bit out of breath, but I think it's everything I want to say. But yeah, look, basically headlines of that. Sarah's my girl. We're not letting Chewy go anywhere. Hoping to make something work with Idis. Hoping we don't go to tribal first, but if we do, I feel confident it should be, like, hopefully. So, see what happens.
Nobody wants to miss the first day of Norg. Obviously, that's where a lot of the relationships are going to get formed. It's where I've gotten my last couple allies that have stayed with me for the entire game until I blindsided them, but they stayed with me. So hopefully I can start to crawl back from that. So far, Katie and, oh shoot, what's his name? The guy who runs 2 gay bars. I'll let you know in my next confessional or in the message below this, but they are the only ones that have really been talking to me. I think Jason's gonna be a non-starter. I can't get anything out of him. Yeah, other than that, everybody's kind of an unknown, trying to figure out this challenge. Unfortunately, if I had been around for the start of the challenge, I would have bought something immediately, but now that I've been asking questions about it, and now that they know I'm back, if something goes missing now, it's kind of going to be assumed it's me. But next time, or I could probably get away with doing it at like 8:58, just before the cutoff, and because everybody's going to be buying stuff then. But we'll see.
So I'm just gonna do this Sudoku while, like, I don't want to restart. I want a whole new challenge. All right. So what we've got going on. All right. First of all, I am officially in an alliance with pretty much everyone but Swan, kind of. Although I'm sort of in like a duo with Swan. So I am in a duo, I guess, with Jules, Adis, Chewy, and Kate, who we are all in an alliance. Me, Kate, Chewy, and Jules in an alliance called the OGs. I am about to be in an alliance with, oh shit, what am I doing? This is hard to talk and do this at the same time. I'm in an alliance with Abel, Chewy, and Adis. I am in an alliance, and that chat hasn't been made. I'm in an alliance with Adis, Caden, and me, Swan by default, or by proxy. So Adis really likes Swan and Caden. Ryan told me that he likes me, Jules, Kate, and Faith. Faith is terrible at talking. Ryan is also terrible at talking. So I think they're okay, so I'm in an alliance with everyone but Ryan and Faith. I'm in an alliance with everyone but Ryan. Although, Ryan's so weird. Today, he did the stupid shit, like he didn't mess, like we were just having a regular conversation. And then it took him 4 hours and 43 minutes to respond to me. And he didn't respond to anything in my message. Instead, it was just like, what are your thoughts on tribal? And this was like way before the results. And I didn't tell him shit. So I was like, we don't know who bought the shit. We don't know who has immunity. Obviously, someone has fucking immunity. Like, we're not fucking dumb. Like, and I was like, well, what about you? What are your thoughts? And then he didn't fucking respond to me until like 5-something hours later with like, sup. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, what? Like, he's probably gone at the next tribal that we lose. Like, guaranteed. I cannot talk to the man, and I cannot talk to Faith. Like, I say this every goddamn game. I am a pretty easy person to talk to, and I'm very easygoing when everything goes my way all the fucking time. Like, every fucking day. But when things don't go my way, I'm not very easygoing. But if you have a problem having a conversation with me, like if I feel like you're not connecting with me, that's a you problem. And I don't know what it is, but I can't. And I think that Faith is probably going home here. It seems like Ryan is pushing Swan's name. I really like Jules, and Jules is safe this round. Kind of hate that she's gone. Really enjoy talking to her a lot. And I like the potential that Chewy can bring me. Because for a while there, I wasn't connecting with Chewy either. He was kind of lame. But once it got into game talk, he sort of opened up more. And he's pretty funny. But it wasn't until he started talking about game that he was able to open up. So like on a personal level, we're not really connecting. Like I don't feel like I've connected with him, but he's not like terrible. He's just kind of lame. But if he is as emotional as I'm being told, and if he trusts me, because he is telling me stuff, that's good for me. That's why I hate trust rankings. I view things in bubbles, and I tend to float within these bubbles. that's kind of why I piss people off. It's one of those things where like people really think that we're close, but they're more like on this outside layer, and my trust really doesn't mean anything. My trust is as fluid as my sexuality. It is as fake as my chest. I did say I was gonna steal those. So I don't know, but I did say I would end up being in an alliance with the majority of the people. I don't know if you played Blood on the Clock Tower, but there, and I can't remember which like little expansion type thing. It's not really an expansion, but which game part of it that has this. I'm trying to remember. I think it's strings, pulling strings, something like that. But anyway, it's kind of like Mafia or Werewolf or Town of Salem. And the imp demon is who does the murdering at night, and usually he has like minions that help in various ways. Well, in one of the little expansions, they have this thing called the marionette, where someone will think that they're a good role, but they're not. They are the marionette, which is a minion, so they can show up as evil or anything, but all the information that they get is wrong, like in their good role capacity. So some people think they're like drunk or something. The only way they will know if they're a marionette is like if the demon tells them, because the demon imp knows who it is. And I'm kind of viewing Chewie as the marionette. I do find that, because like even in this capacity, like this whole time I was like, we're gonna lose. I want Faith to go home. I can't talk to Faith. It's like pulling fucking teeth. I don't understand why she's doing this boomer shit. Like it's borderline like a thumbs up emoji. It's the shit my husband does. And it annoys the piss out of me, because I'm like, I can't continue a conversation if you're sending me a fucking thumbs up. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop. Even though Faith doesn't send the thumbs up, the wording does that. So it's like I'm having to carry on the conversation. And now my killer Sudoku is at like 6 fucking minutes. Ugh, damn. It's gonna fuck with my little stuff. Anyway, and I was like, I want them to go home, especially if Ryan is immune, because I don't like Ryan either. Out of the two, I would have preferred Ryan to go home, because I think Ryan's just so fucking dry. Kate called him pompous. I don't think that's the adjective I would use, but there's something up with him. I don't like him. He's just... his social ineptitude is truly astounding. Truly. But his ridiculousness has made me laugh a lot today, so I put him like one step above on my trust rankings just for that alone. But anyway, I was like, I feel like Ryan probably got immunity. So if he did, like, I want Faith to go home. So I've been kind of like planting the seeds. Like I told Chewie, that was my number one, right? My marionette. I told Chewie, you know, Ryan told me that, you know, he likes Faith. And, you know, that could be an option for us to go after, like, if, you know, Ryan's immune. And of course, Ryan is immune. And Chewie was like, well, is it a mutual thing? Like, does Faith like Ryan? I was like, I have no fucking idea. Like, Faith doesn't talk game to me. Like, I don't fucking like Faith. Like, what the hell? But now it has spread, and it hasn't been from me. But I was just on voice chat with Idis, and Idis was telling me, like, Chewie told her, like, leaning towards voting Faith, because it's hard to keep a conversation going with Faith, and Faith is close to Ryan. So, yeah, I find that I do better in these positions. Like, if Chewie wants to be viewed as a spearheaded person, he can absolutely do that, and I will be behind pulling the strings, and we'll just leave it alone. So, that's where we're at. I also think it's very funny that this is the third game back-to-back that I have played with Exy in the game, in the cast. And like the first game where I met him, I was a traitor and he was a faithful, and I murdered him on night 2 because he's fucking crazy. He's lovely, I love him, but like, dear Jesus. And then, you know, we became friends, and then I found him in Sagevivor, and we were on opposite tribes. Never once got to have a conversation one-on-one with that man in Sagevivor. And then I saw him here, and I was like, okay, am I finally gonna get to actually work with, like, Chaos Exy? Like, am I gonna be able to go on the Exy Express? Like, what's going on? And he's on another tribe. And I shit you not, if he goes pre-merge, I will legitimately lose my shit. It is so fucking funny. I'm just like, this is... That's so great. Like, as long as I outplace him, I'll be really happy. I think that'd be really funny. But yeah, that's where we're at. If I had to guess, like right now, Faith would be going home. Like if this were a live org, Faith would be going home. We do have a little less than 24 hours to make a different decision. I do think I am probably okay. I feel like I am becoming insulated. This is all by design. This is what I expected. I can't just tell people, LOL, no, I don't want to be in a fucking alliance with you, right? I couldn't just tell Faith, LOL, no, I fucking hate talking to you. I think you're a fucking idiot. But, like Faith is the one who came to me for Abel, me, Faith, and Adis, and Chewy. Ooh, shit, and Chewy. God, it's really hard to keep up with all these things. But this is also where I get in trouble. I miss Jules. Jules is really fun. Jules is going to be my person, but they're not here. She's not here today. She is on a trip. But yeah, that's where we're at. I don't think it's going to be me. I'm trying not to be comfortable. I guess we'll see. I think that there's a lot of people who will be protecting me if my name does come up and who will come and tell me things. So yeah, I think that's it. I guess we'll see what happens.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. I'm feeling pretty good about the game. Definitely enjoying the alliance with Rob and Jason. I think that could definitely be something solid. I'm feeling pretty good about the connections I've made. I've been trying to keep up and keep in contact with everybody. Definitely want to kind of stay under the radar as much as possible, but people see that I'm active. So definitely glad we won that challenge. I was a little worried when I seen what our money was getting down to, but I'm definitely glad that we won that, so we don't have to worry about tribal tonight. And yeah, so feeling pretty good. Hoping that we keep this streak going.
Sagevivor, what you doing to me? Listen, the wine has been drank. The DMs have been open. Let's talk about this first marooning, because y'all said Survivor 8, Season 8. You didn't mention Survivor Eatin, because I'm getting eaten alive. Woo! You did not joke around with this marooning. So, first off, try vibes. Alright, full disclosure. Oh my god, the way I just had like musical theater, Addams Family, full disclosure. If you're a theater kid, you'll get it. But yeah, full disclosure, I played with 2 people on my tribe before. I played with Jason, who we played in my first ever Survivor org, or not even org, Survivor org, sorry. First ever org, which was the Circle in Categorg, and that was like back in January. We were really actually close during that game, but we haven't really kept up since. And then Rob, I played with Rob back like March. Yeah, I want to say it was more March time frame in Random Viber. We were kind of like more frenemies. Like we liked each other personally, I think, during the game. We had mutual respect for each other, but we played on opposite alliances, and yeah, we lied and deceived each other quite a bit. So it was nice to know both of them coming in, but wasn't necessarily like besties necessarily with either. But man, you know, Sagevivor just had to be like, here's a challenge that's just gonna mess everything up, and you sure did. So right away, like, I've really been vibing with the people that are active. There's a few people that aren't active. I've talked to Exy. Oh my god, I'm gonna forget names. I mean, I've talked to Jason a bit, Katie, Rob, obviously, Liv. Who else? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll look back and I'll feel really bad because my head's spinning a little bit. So made great connections so far, but I will say this challenge happens and immediately, like that, somebody has purchased something, and Rob tells me that they purchased what they get? Safety without power. Which I'm immediately like, whoa, okay. And Rob's like, hey, this solidifies us as number ones. And I'm like, okay, all right, Rob, this solidifies us. Because Rob and I are on a redemption tour arc right now, and we're not gonna be frenemies, we're gonna be friends. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do this. And I love Rob. Rob's personality, beautiful. Rob is a player. He is here to play the game. And I don't want to be riding someone's coattails. Like, so I'm not going to purchase anything. I'm not going to screw with my tribe. I respect Rob for that, though. I'm going to do part 2 because I'm afraid like this won't load if I do too long.
Hi, okay. So, my tribe is fun, like, in the tribe chat, but in the DMs, it's kind of awful. Like, they literally give me one short, like, line of a response, and I just don't understand it. But the people I like the best are Eggsy. He's probably at my top. He's probably the top of my list. And then Rob. And then those are the only 2 people I've even, like, talked strategy with. But I like Liv, too. And Zach is okay. Katie. Not Katie, but KD. I like her. She's fun. But I don't know how I'm going to work with her and anyone else, really. I don't care for Jason or Katie. The mom, Katie, not Katie. Katie. Yeah, I don't really care for them. I'll vote them out if we swap, and I swap with them. I have no problem with that. Also, I'm glad we didn't go to tribal because I feel like I would have been voted out. Well, it would have been Whitney or Gorilla or Jacob, not me, thankfully. But I think I'm definitely not at the top. I definitely feel like I'm at the bottom somewhere, which is fine. I don't care. Because I'll vote them out at swap. Because I want to swap. But at least tribe chat is fun. Just the DMs are awful for me. Okay, bye.
Okay, hi everyone, welcome to my first in-season confessional. Cycle 1, final 19. I was so worried that 290 was gonna be like, oh my god, we literally are broke. I should have bought something. I didn't buy anything. Unfortunately, I have anxiety. So unfortunately, I couldn't buy anything. I did think about taking immunity, but I was like, let me not, like, hearing that they had $15, I should have ran up the credit card. But it is what it is. Who knows what the hell was under this thing? So if there were like disadvantages. I'm excited to see the results of tribal and also to hear about the journey and like get all the tea. Love me some good tea. Sorry, I'm still decompressing from my weekend. Like, don't throw a party. My first like really big party that was about me. So I'm like literally still mentally decompressing from this. Anyway, okay, so let me go through my first impressions. I'm gonna go through my trust list and explain all the people. Okay, number 1 is Katie. I know Katie before this. They're an icon. I love them. I will always have their backs. Well, not always. I mean, if they do me wrong, they're like, I'm not that type of person who will like, oh, I'm only gonna play with people I like, but they've never personally done me wrong. I remember last time I played Big Brother with them, and they were one of the only votes to save me. So they earned my stand card for life. No, but seriously, I do really like Katie. I have no reason not to trust them right now. I feel like we're already like very open and honest with like what Jason said to them. We talk about that, the Wheelgate, but I will always ride for Katie. I don't know if they will always ride for me, but coming in, and I feel like I don't really feel like I'm connecting with this cast too well. But anyway, you know, coming in to like a completely fresh. Oh, I know Swamp, but they're on the other tribe. But like coming into a fresh
cast, this is what I have to rely on. And like I said, until they give me a reason not to trust them, I'm gonna trust them. And I also just fucking love them. They're just fucking awesome. And they stress me out like they're 5 million jobs. But I'm happy for them. Okay, number 2, Katie. I can't really explain it because I don't think we've talked an ounce of game. But I'm also so awkward. Like, especially if we're not going to travel. Like, I don't know how to talk game. Like, what do I do? Like, who do you like? I feel like I'll fucking pick me if I'm going to do that. But I don't know. I'm just an anxious little girl. I hate Survivor sometimes, and but I just love Katie's vibes. I watched her video, and I literally fell in love with her, like, because she's like really dry over text for sometimes, but like I really like them. I really like the energy that they bring, and I really like the conversations that we have. I really just like them as a person, like, and I was like, oh, like if you ever want to voice chat, because I know that she mentioned like wanting to, like, she likes to voice chat in her little video, so I'm like, if you ever want to voice chat, and I would love to get on the voice chat with her because I feel like her personality would shine through so much more, and I feel like sometimes it's just so much easier to connect over like VC. So I'm hoping that I can voice chat with her because I really like her and I want her to myself. I don't want to share Katie with everyone. I want Katie to love me. I want Katie to think of me as her daughter. I want to be her 3rd kid. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, then we have Apple. Apple and Exie are kind of like at the same, because I've been 3 and 4. They're kind of on the same level with me. Like we've had like a lot more deeper conversations and surface. I mean, not like deep, like, okay, tell me your childhood trauma, but like we've actually been talking about things and like not really the game necessarily, but like I said, I'm so awkward. Like you need to like bring it up. You know. Wait, what do I have? Why does this say 2? Oh, because it's my stupid laptop that always does this. But, I think they're both college graduates. Like, we have a lot of common, like, with that. Like, with, like, Katie, like, she's a mom. I ain't no mother, but she is a mother. But, so, I have had really good conversations, and I know that Rob mentioned that Apple said that they like me. So, okay, yes, please like me, please like me. So they're kind of on the same level. It's really easy to talk to them. Does it get dry here and there? Maybe. But like, they're really easy to talk to. So like, I don't really trust anyone at this point besides KD. Like, I'm not really talking game with these people. Like, the hell? Okay, anyway, then 5th, Rob. Rob seems like he'd be literally so much fun. Like I said, like, Rob seems like he would literally be, like, so much fun. Like, if I got him on a voice chat, like, he'll send me voice memos and, like, there's the personality. But when I'm texting her, sometimes I'm like, wake up! But no, like, I don't know. Somebody feels make me hit a wall. Like, what are we gonna talk about? I don't know. But I do want to I'm gonna try to get him on a voice chat. Maybe, I don't know if he voice chats, or I want to maybe just start trying to, like, voice memo back and forth, because, like I said, I think his personality shines through, like, very, very well through that. And I've mentioned it to Katie, and they were like, oh, you just have to be gay about everything. Okay, period. Okay, then I have 6, Zach. I really like Zach, and I feel like he gives me a lot of, like, substance in his messages, but I do think that his messages are kind of, like, spaced out a little bit. I didn't laugh on red ones. Don't leave me on red. Don't leave me on red. But I do really like Zach. I also maybe want to try to get him on a voice chat, maybe. I mean, he's also a father and a working man, so he'll get grace. The parents get grace. Like, if Katie literally messaged me once a day, I would be like, yeah, you're a teacher and a mother. I don't really expect anything from you. Like, that sounds so bad. But, like, I think my brother is trying to just get it. Anyway, like I said, like, I do like Zach, but I just need a little bit more consistency, and I want to talk some game. I think next time he responds, I'll just be like, oh, like, who are you liking? Like, how are you finding your first org? Like, glad we made it to Final 19. Okay, and then we have 7th, Whitney, which is wild, because I know Whitney don't talk. But I know you don't talk, you know? Like, I know you don't talk. Like, the bar is in hell, so, like, you not talking isn't the most craziest thing. Like, does that make sense? Like, because I have Jacob at 9th or 8th and Jason at 9th. Jason, I know you. I keep saying Divine, but they go by Katie. Telling Katie that they're your rock, and, like, I don't know. So at least Whitney, I know the bar is in hell. So, like, if you're ignoring me, you're ignoring everyone. So, like, that's fine. And, yeah, you can ignore it. Actually, I don't know. I think that's the vibe I'm getting. Like I said, like, if you're ignoring everyone, like, I'm not too worried about you, because I don't not trust you, but I don't trust you. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then Alia Jacob, I wish he would get online. Like, I feel like I loved his video. His video was like one of my favorites. I really, really liked his video. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And then you get in the DMs. What? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's giving my Dry King, I guess. I don't know. But, and he was like, do you know anyone was kissed? I don't know. I don't know. Kind of feels weird a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Jacob. I feel like I just kind of don't see these bitches. Jason, number 9, my enemy. Jason is my enemy. I'm just letting everyone know. Jason is my enemy for no reason. He is the most dry person that I've ever met in my entire life. I literally feel like I'm pulling teeth to talk to him, but he's always in that stupid ass tribe chat. Like, do you hate me? Like, I know you could be like my grandfather, but like, do you hate me? Like, just be honest. I won't be mad to you. Like, I have one-sided beef with Jason, and I don't think that it's one-sided actually, but I don't know. I just I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. But that's pretty much okay. So that's my first cycle trust list ranking explained kind of first impressions. I'm gonna try to voice chat Kitty hopefully tonight. Why does like my hair look like this? Like I don't even know how to explain like what my hair looks like right now, but cool. Anyway, I don't know. I really don't know what to think. I'm low-key like really stressed because I feel like no one likes me. I feel like I'm talking no game, but I feel like I'm the worst. Like, once you break that barrier with me and you open up that game conversation, I'm very honest, I'm very transparent, but like, I can be a little bit cagey until you just put the key in. Like, you just have to like pick the key up and put it in. Like, I don't know. But maybe I can get these bitches on voice chat. And I hate tribe voice chat, so I'll never go into tribe voice chat. Like, I hate group settings. Like, I don't know. I'm stressed. I'm stressed already. Really happy to have immunity, which is cool. Immunity's great. I think it's so cool that these are kind of like episodes. That'll be really fun. But I feel like I need to like get it together. Like, what is going on? Okay. Game plan is to try to voice chat with as many people as possible. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna try to do like maybe a video confessional a day instead of a cycle, so like one every day, but like no promises. I at least want to try to do like, if I'm not doing I don't know anything, guys. I literally don't know anything. Okay, wish me love, wish me peace, because I feel like I'm not gonna get peace in this game just for I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to go on for too long. It's like 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes too long, so.
And with that, our girl Faith got robbed in the first episode. Thank you again so much for playing, Faith. We really enjoyed having you, and I hope that you had a good time while you were here. Risk and reward proves to be continuously problematic and crazy and fun. So that was just a result of that this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sagevivor Season 8. Like I said before, please smash the like button for me and consider subscribing. It really does help us out a lot. We love you guys so much, and we will see you in the next episode.